We'll talk a little bit about, and those of you who have seen this, there are, or any of those who haven't, there are so many great songs in here where it's David wanting to be a rock star, but basically he wanted to make all the most, he really wants to prove how sensitive he is through these songs, and it's
of course,
painful. Yeah.
He's going through that phase where he wants the best of both worlds. So they're not bad songs. The joke isn't they're not comedy songs as such. But that one is, I suppose. But he means them. Yeah. He doesn't think there's anything funny about them. So, you know, he'd do a song called Native American, where he thinks he's the first person ever to sort out the plight of the Native American.
Yeah.
And then he gets it off Wikipedia, and he gets it all wrong. Yeah. You know, he brings up scalping that he's probably seen in a 50s Western or something, you know. You know, something like Free Love Freeway, it's a cracking song about crossing America, picking up chicks, but then you realise this is being sung by a 55-year-old tampon rep who's never been outside Slough. Right. So it's the backstory that makes it. I mean, if you listen to the album,
yeah,
you probably...
The double album.
Yeah, the double if you didn't know it was a spoof, you might be a bit confused. Mm-hmm. Yeah, once you know where he's coming from, it all sort of falls into place.
Now, how much of joy did you take in writing those songs and also actually performing them and making the album?
Well, as a failed musician, a real musician, well, I suppose you've got to be a real musician to do this, but you know what I mean. A real rock star taking yourself seriously without irony. It was a joy. It was an absolute joy. In fact, there's points when we were sort of laying it down, because we do it for real, you know, and you know, using the strings, and I was thinking, oh, why is this a spoof? This is a really good song, you know. Why have I ruined it, you know?
Right.
No, I know which side my bread's buttered. And when I bring out an album under my own name of Ricky Gervais sings the ballads, that you've got to shoot me then, because that's when I've lost it all. But it was great fun, and you know, you have to do it as well as you can. Right. Because I think anything less would diminish the joke a little bit. I think the fact that it's a vanity project, he would try his hardest. You know, he's stealing from everyone, from Bruce, you know, from Bowie, from you know, Tom Petty, and he just happens to be like, Thank Fuck It's Friday. Yeah. That's like a Stones track or something. Yeah. But Jagger didn't sing about getting his dry cleaning done on a Sunday, you know? So he's bogged down in the admin, you know? Right. So, yeah.
And I like that you don't, because it's clear that your love of music and deep knowledge of it, you don't do a big wink at the references that are so clearly there in the song structures.
No. When I usually write, I try and write in the style, and some songs have a direct influence, like Lady Gypsy. One of my favourite songs when I was like 14 or 15 was a song by Cat Stevens called the Boy with a Moon and Star on his head. And it starts off, a gardener's daughter stopped me on my way on the day I was to wed. It's all that sort of old English folk thing. And so that's what I started off with, you know, when I had known only 18 summers. Yeah. You can't just say, in a folk song, you can't say I was 18. No. You've got to say, when I had known only 18 summers, you know. Yeah. So I do, you know, try and get into that. It's almost a pastiche of, but then you have to make it quite subtle and hide it a little bit. And as I say, you know, Free Love Freeway could be a Tom Petty song. Right. You know, Slough is a bit Bowie meets Radiohead. So you know, you do all those things and do it for real.
But what's interesting about it is because it's pretty clear. Obviously, you know musicians. You know David Bowie. All those stories have come out. People who are fans of yours already know all that stuff. You were, maybe you didn't end up becoming a big rock star, but you were in the game, and it takes talent to be in the game. It seems like that love of doing the music is there. So I kind of want to circle back when you said, if I make an album and Ricky Gervais sings these songs, shoot me. But
well, I could, but then I don't think I could look myself in the eyes and go back to being a comedian, because I think that's me becoming David Brent. If I think that I am a real rock star, you know, then it's all over. As much as I'd love to be a real rock star, it's out of the question, you know? Or I can't do both. You can't be a comedian who is basically a clown, and you're there for people to laugh at, and then think you're sexy or cool. It doesn't work. You're finished. You've got to choose one or the other.
But I'm serious about this because you are really good at it. If you took the sexy and the rock star and the be famous out, I mean, Hugh Laurie has made a jazz album. People love jazz, and it was. Oh, you're laughing now. It was pretty good, actually, right?
I haven't heard it. Jazz is different.
I said, okay. Yeah.
Jazz is already funny.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if the thing about watching this, and maybe it's just me because I also love music, watching it, it's like you could tell how passionate you were about the music and structuring these things.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. I mean, as I say, in character, I've got to be more passionate than I was when I was being a rock star. I probably didn't take being a rock star when I was trying to be one as seriously as I take David Brent trying to be, because it makes sense to me, you know, particularly when you've got that veil of irony. It's almost easier because I've got a get out of jail free card. I'm not being serious.
Right.
Whereas when you're a real musician, you've got to worry about what people think of the song. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's even worse, you know. In fact, when I was writing real songs, they're probably more embarrassing than these because I meant it. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So pretension,
yeah.
You can't get out of being. That's it. You know. And I was 20, and also we're only talking about this now because I'm famous for something else. It really was. It started and finished in a year.
Right.
It was done.
Quickly.
There's a couple of photos that they get out. You know.
Yeah. I've seen them.
You've seen them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also because it is. I think people partly they know I was a failed musician. And partly it's a cool thing to be.
Right.
So they think, oh, is this you living vicariously through David Brent? And it's honestly not, you know. They didn't ask that after Ghost Town. Oh, do you want to be a dentist? Do you want to be a dentist, really? You know, it's just another tool.
Right.
It's just I can play the guitar and I can sing, and it came in useful. And again, you're right about what you know. So I suppose David Brent was a little bit, there for the grace of God go I. You know, if I'd have carried on trying till I was 55, as opposed to giving up, you know, it might have been a little bit more awkward.
You'd do it now, though, right? You'd sing a song right now if we made you, right?
Not as David Brent.
As David Brent.
Yeah.
How about we have him sing a song?
Yeah, there we go. You've got to pretend I'm David Brent, though, because otherwise it's just if it's just me doing this. let me get into character.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Right. I'll do Slough.
Do Slough, yeah.
Because it's actually quite a nice song, and yeah, okay. Do people know what Slough is about? Do you know what you know what Slough's like, yeah. We made it Scranton for the... But I think that's better than Slough, I think. Just like they made the actor's teeth better in the remake. They made... Okay, this is Slough, and when David Brent introduced this, he says, this is a song about the best place in the world, and everything in this song is factually accurate. So, okay, here we go, right. Pretend I'm David Brent. Here we go, right. Oh, my God. I haven't played for ages, and I've got Trump hands. They haven't done a day's work in their life. They're so soft. Hold on, right. Okay. All right. Is that coming out there? Okay. More convenient than a Tesco Express. Close to Windsor, but the property's less. It keeps the businesses of Britain great. It's got Europe's biggest trading estate. It doesn't matter where you're from. You wanna work, then come along. The station's just got a new floor, and the motorway runs by your door. And you know just where you're heading. It's equidistant between London and Reading. Whoa, Slough. My kind of town, I don't know how anyone could put you down. Whoa, Slough. My kind of town, I don't know how anyone could put you down. To the west you've got Taplow and Bray, you've got Hillingdon the other way. It's a brilliant place to live and work. It was in Bucks, now officially it's Berks. Don't believe what the critics say, like it's soulless and boring and grey. See for yourself what you're waiting for. We're on the Bath Road, that's the A4. And you know just where you're heading. It's equidistant between London and Reading. Whoa, Slough. My kind of town, I don't know how anyone could put you down. Whoa, Slough. My kind of town, I don't know how anyone could put you down. Thank you. Oh, look.
Is it hurting?
Thank you. Too delicate. Too delicate.
Too delicate, but bigger than the present.
Well, not much. Not much.